Insects transmit a range of diseases affecting humans and animals. With increasing populations of people and animals, climate shifts and encroachment into wildlife habitats, disease-causing microbes are on the increase. Mosquitoes transmit malaria to humans and also transmit Rift Valley fever virus to animals. Rift Valley fever can then be passed to humans.
The areas of high risk for Rift Valley fever are the areas, primarily low-lying areas that are prone to flooding. They are dotted all over the country.
Tsetse flies and other blood-sucking flies are meanwhile responsible for spreading trypanosomiasis, also known as nagana, in animals. This has led to lower milk yields, loss of unborn calves, and eventually the deaths of more than 3 million cattle per year. The economic losses top $4.5 billion. In humans, the disease is known as sleeping sickness and can be fatal when left untreated. An estimated 30,000 people, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa, have the disease. A pilot FAO project aimed at eliminating the insects that transmit diseases is providing benefits far beyond its main aim of improving animal health and production. Key was a special mosquito net for livestock.
The idea behind this project was to develop site-specific animal health packages for the benefit of the farmers. In Kenya particularly, we liaised with the already existing IFAD-funded project, which is for the Kenyan government, in introducing these zero grazing units for producing more milk and helping farmers generate more income. But when we talked to them, they told us their main problem was a lot of flies coming to the zero grazing units and also to the waste pits which are associated with the zero grazing units. We surveyed zero grazing units in many parts of Kenya, from Kisii, Bungoma, all the way to Transmara, and we picked Kisii and Bungoma areas because in these areas the zero grazing units are the most basic and rudimentary.
Kisii town in western Kenya. A study was conducted on how to improve animal management by introducing farmers to an insecticide-impregnated net. Land available for livestock has shrunk, so feeding dairy cows in sheltered units has become more common. Imported breeds that have a high dairy production are especially prone to tropical diseases that mosquitoes and tsetse flies carry.
Nilikuwa nasumbuka sana, hizi zilikuwa zinasumbua ng'ombe zangu. Kwa sababu wakati nakamua lazima sipige miguu, sasa maziwa sangine inapotea. Vile waliweka hiyo net, nikaanza sasa kukamua maziwa vizuri, ng'ombe karudisha maziwa, nikikamua inasimama, hata inisumbui, yani hata mimi nilikuwa naumwa kwa miguu, kuna vile vidudu vidogo. Nikikamua jioni, mvua kama imenyesha, baridi, sasa lazima niumwe na hiyo vidudu vidogo. Lakini leo hii vile nakamua ng'ombe napatia mimi maziwa vizuri na tena inisumbui. Sasa hata hivyo nafurahi sana.
FAO and ICIPE, an international center for insect science, have been using treated nets on dairy farms in Kenya. The livestock protective net fencing is 1 meter high and goes around the zero grazing unit. Since tsetse flies do not fly above 1 meter from the ground, they end up getting trapped in the net and eventually die. This government-run farm just north of Nairobi, blood samples are regularly taken from sheep and goats to monitor them for exposure to Rift Valley fever virus. By checking for antibodies against the virus in animals where Rift Valley fever is likely to first appear, this sentinel herd would sound the alarm early before the disease can spread to other animals and eventually humans.
Rift Valley fever is a disease that has been reported here previously, and this region is termed to be high risk zone for RVF. RVF is of economic importance since it's a zoonotic disease. It both affects human and as well as the animal. So if we have the disease circulating in animals, there is a high probability that it will be transmitted to human beings. So it is better for us to prevent it in animals and therefore prevent onward transmission to human.
At the lab in Nairobi, the samples are analyzed.
We collect samples including human samples, vector samples, animal samples which are worked on by the Ministry of Livestock, and also wildlife samples. We analyze them for, one, the viruses themselves to find out whether these viruses are circulating out there in the wild and where they are circulating. And two, we can also analyze them to try and detect evidence of past infection by these viruses. Results that we get here would then inform the Public Health Ministry about the public health impact of other infections other than malaria that could be infecting people in the field, so that the ministry can then inform the public health workers to recognize and to bring out the impact of these infections in the communities. These infections also spread through vectors, and they can be moved to other places around the world where the disease is not endemic and affected when we have these outbreaks.
FAO is promoting the concept of One Health, a holistic approach to human, animal, and environmental health. By addressing the problem at its source, such as caring for the animals and using something as simple as insecticide-treated nets for livestock, you inevitably benefit human health.
If you reduce the incursion of flies into the areas where animals are kept, you will also reduce the number of bites that people receive from those flies. So it is hoped that there will be a knock-on effect in terms of human health benefits.
Cha kwanza mambo ya magonjwa, vile nilipoeleza hapa awali, hakuna kesi ya magonjwa hapa kwangu. Ilitoka toka hiyo lita moja mpaka lita 4 asubuhi, lita 4 jioni. Sasa ikamalizia lita 8 kwa siku.
Hapo awali tangu nipewe net nilikuwa nakamua lita 2.5 hivi. Lakini vile net ililetwa, inzi kapotea, sasa nakamua lita 4 mpaka 5. Kwa hivyo sasa kuna faida. Naangalia mbele, naona ati naendelea vizuri sana. Hata watoto wangu wanafurahi vile wanaona naendelea kuwa vizuri.
By using the livestock protective net fencing, monitoring sentinel herds for circulating health threats, and raising awareness to prevent